Welcome back to Heavy Duty, where muscle meets machine and legends come to life. Today, we're stepping into the world of raw power, unmistakable style, and pure American attitude with the 1969 Ford Mustang. This car didn't just define an era, it lit the pavement on fire and left a legacy still roaring decades later. One glance at the 1969 Mustang and you know you're looking at something special. This was the year the Mustang got a more aggressive, stretched-out look. It was longer, lower, and wider than its earlier versions, with a wider stance and a bold, confident face. The front end is where it all begins. A redesigned grille houses quad headlights, 2 inside the grille and 2 flanking the edges, which gives it a menacing, ready-to-charge expression. The hood was long and muscular, often featuring scoops or vents depending on the trim. Whether you were looking at a Mach 1, Boss 302, Boss 429, or a base coupe, the design screamed motion even at a standstill. Flowing lines moved from the sculpted front fenders through the doors and all the way to the fastback or coupe rear, giving the car a fluid, fast profile. Rear louvers, spoilers, and side stripes gave it attitude. And then there's the back-end, wide taillights set into a blacked-out panel with a centered Mustang badge, all above chrome bumpers that polished off the look. It wasn't just a car. It was a statement. Inside, the Mustang delivered a cockpit that matched its performance personality. Bucket seats, a deep-set dash, and a sporty, no-nonsense layout welcomed the driver with purpose. The steering wheel was thick and firm, perfect for gripping while carving through corners or hammering the throttle on a straightaway. Gauges were clustered and easy to read, and depending on the trim, you'd get a wood-grain dash, center console, and performance-minded extras like a tachometer. It wasn't a luxury cruiser, but it was far from bare bones. Trim options gave buyers flexibility. Go simple with a vinyl bench or upgrade to high-back buckets with deluxe trim. The fastback models offered more dramatic styling and a tighter cabin feel, while the coupe gave you traditional proportions and a more upright roofline. Storage wasn't a priority, but that didn't matter. This car wasn't built to carry groceries. It was built to burn rubber. The 1969 Mustang was all about performance, and Ford delivered big. Engine options were broad and brutal, starting with a 200 cubic inch inline-six for those who just wanted the style. But it was the V8S that made this car legendary. You had the 302, the 351 Windsor in Cleveland, the 390, and even the thunderous 428 Cobra Jet. But at the top of the food chain sat the Boss 429, a monster of an engine built for NASCAR homologation, cranking out over 370 horsepower on paper, though real-world numbers were often far higher. Paired with 3-speed or 4-speed manuals and optional automatic transmissions, the 1969 Mustang could be tailored to your driving style. Rear-wheel drive, tight suspension tuning, and optional disc brakes made it not just fast in a straight line, but competent on the curves too. The Boss 302 was designed to compete in Trans Am racing and offered sharp handling to go with its 290 horsepower engine. Meanwhile, the Mach 1 brought style, speed, and sound together in one of the most iconic muscle packages ever made. Driving a 1969 Mustang today is an experience that's equal parts nostalgia and thrill. It doesn't coddle you. It makes you work for it. No computers, no traction control, just you, a throaty V8, and the open road. Every shift, every rumble, every corner feels alive. You smell the fuel. You feel the torque. It's not about refinement. It's about emotion. Back in 1969, a base Mustang could be had for around $2,700. Add performance packages, trim upgrades, and special editions, and that number could climb north of $4,000. Today, prices vary wildly based on model and condition. A basic coupe might run $20,000 to $30,000 in clean shape. A Mach 1 or Boss 302 in excellent condition could fetch between $70,000 and $100,000. And a genuine Boss 429? That's 6 figures easily, sometimes well beyond $300,000 depending on originality and provenance. These aren't just cars anymore. They're rolling investments, living history, and raw muscle you can own. What makes the '69 Mustang so special isn't just its looks or its horsepower. It's the combination of bold design, mechanical simplicity, and unmatched presence. It was born in a time when cars were an extension of who you were, not just a way to get from A to B. It roared onto the scene and into the hearts of gearheads everywhere, and more than 50 years later, it still holds that place. Whether you're restoring one in your garage, hunting for a survivor model, or just admiring from afar, the 1969 Mustang reminds us what driving passion looks like. It's one of the few cars that truly earned its place in American automotive folklore. That's it for this episode of Heavy Duty. If you've got Mustang stories or dream builds of your own, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join us next time for more machines that move the world. Until then, keep your foot down and your heart in gear.